Today we're going to be going over my March mystery reading and writing goals in progress. So first I'm just going to give you like a February update for if you've been following along. For my writing, I finished 5 chapters and over 8,000 words, which is pretty good. And I also watched YouTube videos for writing advice, such as from NaNoWriMo, and also I watched a lady named Alexa Dawn, I think is how you pronounce her name, and Ellen Brock, and so on. Now, if I can think of any more, I will update you in a future video, because there are more. I just can't think of them right now. But if you watch someone with great writing advice as well, please leave their channel name in the comments below. I've been reading stuff online about writing too, but I really absorb, it seems like I absorb videos better. So please, if you know of any videos where there's excellent writing advice, please hook me up in the comments below. So for reading to help with my writing, I've been listening to an audiobook called An Unwanted Guest by Sherry LaPena. It's one of my favorite murder mysteries, and before that I was listening to And Then There Were None on audiobook, and that book is by Agatha Christie, and the person who narrates that is Hugh Fraser, and he is actually on the Poirot series by, I think, BBC. But I know it's a British show called Poirot. I just don't know if it's on BBC or something else. But anyway, I highly recommend both of those books. They are some of my favorite. Also, whoever narrates An Unwanted Guest by Sherry LaPena, gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember at this moment, but she's an excellent narrator for audiobooks. I would just look her up and listen to audiobooks that she's narrated. You know what I mean? But I listen to them for writing inspiration because what I'm working on right now is a murder mystery, okay? So, for reading, my reading goals last month, I just cut them short, and all I wanted to do was finish The Hand on the Wall by Maureen Johnson. I waited for so long for this book after I read the second book in this series, and that was called The Vanishing Stair, and the first book is Truly Devious. It's called the Truly Devious trilogy. But I read The Hand on the Wall, and it was good, okay? But I also noticed something. I noticed with trilogies that I seem to absolutely love the first book. I absolutely love the second book. And then I like the third book. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not sure what that's about. If it's just oh gosh, I am anticipating the ending so badly, and it's just no matter how good it is, it's just going to be, good to me, and not, oh my gosh, it was so great. I'm not sure. I felt the same way about the Hunger Games trilogy when I was reading that. But I will say this. I love both trilogies. I recommend both trilogies. The Hunger Games trilogy and the Truly Devious trilogy by Maureen Johnson. And something about those two trilogies I will also say is that the main characters, Katniss Everdeen for the Hunger Games series, and then Stevie Bell in the Truly Devious series, those characters are going to stick with me for a while. Both of those trilogies did an excellent job with characters, and I highly recommend them. Now, let's move along to my March goals for reading and for writing. My goals for March are a bit different. I couldn't meet the goals I set for myself in January and February as far as writing. So, I figured they were probably just too lofty for me to fit into my life. I homeschool. I do a lot of I make YouTube videos, So, I'm going to go easy on myself in March. My goals for this month is I'm going to write a little bit every day. At least 150 words, at least Monday through Friday, because I know I can meet that goal. There's no way that I couldn't, you know? And I know that doesn't end up with a lot of words by the end of the month, but that is just like my minimum that I'm going to require for myself. And then, you know, if I do more, that's great. So, also, after that, during this month, I'm going to be coming through all of my writing and organizing it, kind of like a writing spring cleaning. And I'm also going to make an effort to learn more about writing, the writing process, mechanics, and on, so that I have more tools in my toolbox to be successful. I think maybe one of the reasons, like, I've been watching videos, right? And one of the reasons I think I get stuck is because I don't think I've outlined my murder mystery enough, because it's a pretty complicated story. So I keep getting stuck over and over again. So I think I'm going to write a little bit so I don't get out of that, you know, and I continually think about the story. But I think I'm also going to be working ahead in the story and, you know, making a more detailed outline. You know, what is my main character doing versus what is the antagonist doing? You know, that's kind of secret. We don't want to know that, right? But I kind of need to know to write it. So yes, I'm going to work on that. And then for my Mystery March reading goals, I'm going to keep it sweet and simple. All I'm going to do is plan on reading 2 books. If I read more, that's great, but 2 books. 1 Kindle book and 1 audiobook. I also plan to check them both out from the library. And I'm going to, you know, since they're both digital forms of books, that's great. I'll have instant access. And I just want to recommend checking out your local library to everyone. It's a wonderful resource. But I'm going to be going for mysteries that aren't so dark and try to keep the mood lighter for the emergence of springtime and the return of the sun. And actually, by the way, Evil Under the Sun by Agatha Christie is an excellent book. It's one of my favorites of hers, and I recommend it. Please read it. You will love it. If you love mysteries, if you love Agatha Christie and you haven't picked that one up yet, highly recommend it. But anyway, I'm going to try to keep things light, so I'm not going to be reading that one. It is a murder mystery, so maybe I'll steer away from murder mysteries and try to find a mystery that's not murder. Maybe I'll reread a, like, Nancy Drew book or 2 from my childhood. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I haven't picked out my 2 books yet, so please, if you have any suggestions, leave it down in the comments. Like, some kind of, I don't know how you get a lighthearted mystery, but a lighthearted mystery. Yeah, I just want an audiobook and a Kindle book so that I can keep it light, keep my goals light, and accomplish everything. That way I will build my confidence, you know, as far as reading and writing, because, like, I don't want to get into a slump. Not right now. Not when the sun's emerging and I'm feeling great, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess that's it for today. But I will see you guys again soon, alright? Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.